All right. Great news if you live in San Jose. Measure E went up. Can we still hear me? Good. Measure E went up. Real property transfer tax went up. If you know, a few years ago, we voted E, which meant that any house that sold for over $2 million in San Jose not only had a point of sale tax, but now you also had a huge jump in transfer tax. This is debilitating, and it really hurt a lot of homeowners that were edging up to $2 million. It kept those homes at $2 million for a very long time. Effective July 1st, which is just around the corner, real property transfer tax will be imposed on property transfers over $2.3 million. That's good news. That's actually larger than the average sales price in San Jose. It's also larger than the average median price in San Jose. This is good because over time, homes in San Jose did transfer over $2 million, but not at the same clip of other homes sold in other cities around Santa Clara County. Homes sold over $2 million in San Jose just dipped. And that data is old. That's great news. That means homes that are edging at $2 million finally get some relief and go over the $2 million mark. That's great news for all of us. If you're thinking about buying a home, I want to reemphasize this because I think it's important for you to understand. This is a dig against buying old home versus buying new homes. So let's go through this real quick. Foundation and structural issues. Yes, some homes have foundational and structural issues, but guess what? Even newer homes will have that. Sometimes they just don't do it right. Sometimes the cement doesn't set right. I get it. The problem with older homes is that old cement becomes brittle if it's not poured right. Over 60 years, when the soil contracts and expands and lifts up one part of the foundation, then you have issues. There's ways to mitigate that. And I've spoken about it before. Get gutters. A lot of houses back in the 60s didn't have gutters. The downspout should pour out 5 to 6 feet away from the foundation. That'll alleviate any erosion or soil impaction that happens when the ground gets wet. It'll push the water further out and alleviates that problem. Yes, some houses have that problem, something to be aware of. And that's why you always have a property inspection done. You can get a general property inspection, which checks out everything, but they're not foundation experts or roof experts. Then you can get a roof inspection or foundation inspection, or even an electrical or plumbing. Older homes are fraught with plumbing issues. If you don't mess around with the electrical, pretty much is okay. They don't really catch on fire normally. But with plumbing, it happens because you put stuff down the drain that doesn't really belong down the drain, like grease and coffee grinds and toys down the toilet. And also trees can grow into the plumbing, into the sewage drain, right? That's absolutely a possibility. When you buy a new house, you could also buy a house and then the people that put the main in didn't do it correctly, and then you have issues. So guess what? That's going to be covered under the warranty. When you buy a new home or a used home, you should always have a home warranty because things are going to happen. The water heater might break, dishwasher might just go on the fritz, the refrigerator with the computer, motherboard might just fry out because they do. Well, the warranty will cover that. Hazardous materials. Back in 1978, we had lead and asbestos inside houses. If you're in an older commercial building, probably have that too, right? Now we don't have other things like plastics, the fire rating of your furniture, clothes, and carpets. They're all made out of plastic and petroleum products. A house today will burn down a lot faster than it did back in the 60s. So you have plus and minuses, right? Radon, it's not something that we have out here. Out on the East Coast, radon is a natural carcinogen, naturally occurring, and it's something that we test for out on the East Coast. Outdated heating and cooling systems, I call, yes, it might be more efficient, but they're going to last a lot longer. They're far more robust. Just like your appliances, they last a lot longer. You can limp them along. Don't have a sales guy, a maintenance guy come in and tell you that your HVAC needs to be replaced. I would spend more money on repairing an old, very well suited system for that house, unless you want to go completely updated, but then you know you're going to have computer issues. I put a new HVAC system in my house when we had twins. Within the first 2 years, the computer board went out and I had to pay for that. So that was a pain. You should be checking your ducts, air filters, smoke alarms, your carbon monoxide detectors, and your water heater. Change out the water in the water heater, drain all that out, and then also clean out your dryer vent. Not the lint trap, the dryer vent, every 6 months. Termites and bugs. This is California. Even a new home will have termites and bugs living in it. I don't know how to tell you that. There's two types of homes in California, one with termites and ones that just got tented, period. So there you go. It's a problem. It's an issue. And yeah, we have termites in some places of the country. We have wood burrowing ants. We have all these different things that can tear up your wood structure. That just happens. It's going to happen. So if you buy a brand new house, yeah, guess what? You probably don't have it yet, but give it a couple of months. And that's what you have to look out for here. If you're thinking about buying a house here in California, I have a home buyer checklist right here. You can jump in and take a look at it. It walks you through every nook and cranny. It allows you to compare multiple homes at the same time, lets you know which home fits your needs, and eliminates homes that are a bad fit. Then you can make appropriate compromises. So it's kind of like a Benjamin Franklin close, but it's just a checklist for you to walk through 5 or 6 different homes and make notes, etc., and allows you to look at the windows, the appliances, etc. Download this today. The link is in the description below. Cupertino House of the Week. It's a veterinary clinic right now. It looks like it was a house, but it's a 4-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1,800 square feet, built in 1984. This one's going to take a while to sell. If you're ready to remodel a $2 million house in Cupertino, that's 1,800 square feet. That's a great deal. Now, granted, it's on the corner of a busy intersection. There's a gas station right there. I fill up at that gas station. They have pretty good gas prices. So think about it. If you're interested in learning more, give me a call. Iris Court. This is Willow Glen House of the Week. Again, under $2 million, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,235 square feet, built in 1923. And it is walking distance to Willow Glen. If you like walking downtown, having a cup of coffee, this is perfect for you. Nicely updated. Very pretty. I love the oven. Not a big fan of the white appliances, but there you go. This is not my listing. Oh, that's nice. This looks like this could have been the garage at one point, and then they made it into an entertainment center. That's really cool. So this one's really designed for outdoor entertainment. I like that. The one negative is, and you can see it right here, it's right next to a commercial, so you have parking and other issues. Nice. The luxury home of the week, Tallwood Court. $24 million, not my listing, 6 bedrooms, 7 2.5 baths, 10,000 square feet, built in 2024. It is in Atherton. Sold. It has a movie theater. Look at that. I would need a bed right here so I can lay down and watch. Maybe one of those Tempur-Pedic ones. Love that. This is a beautiful house. I think we should go see it. If you're interested in going to take a nice tour of a grand mansion, this thing's gorgeous. So very well appointed. Good for you. And then the sales report here, not much happening other than the fact that Santa Clara County, after 24 weeks, we're almost at the midpoint, $8 billion in revenue. San Mateo's half that. Santa Clara County is like the highest volume sales number. Alameda is pretty close right here, 34, but we're at 30, almost 3,700, and it takes 16 days to sell a house if it's priced right and in good condition. More and more people are willing to buy and pay a little bit more, even in this market. They're willing to pay for a house that's been updated so that they don't have to mess around with it. That's the demographic that's actively buying right now. There are DIY home buyers, first-time home buyers that are struggling to get in. There's absolutely those people out there that way, but make sure because it will sit on the market. It will sit on technical issues. Months of inventory, I can tell you the numbers here are alarming, but that's only because this is in the middle of the month. These numbers will ratchet down and average out and become a little less alarming as we go through, but it's just something to be aware of. 1.6 months of inventory. That means if we stop putting houses on market today in San Francisco, San Mateo, and